Welcome, YouTubers, sports fans across the nation. This your boy Turtle with the Uneducated Network, and this is my show. So, you think you know sports?
Let me hear your answer. Think you better know? Think you don't know? Think you don't know? So you think you 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 know sports? So you think you know? So you think you know sports? So you think you know? Okay.
Today, I'm going to bring you the top 10 players from the NFL's top 100 list. I've previously brought you 20 through 11. You can check out that video. I'll leave a link for it. We're going to jump right in at number 10. You got Matt Ryan, the league's MVP. I think that's a snub for Matt Ryan at number 10. Matt Ryan posted 4,900 yards passing, 38 touchdowns with only 7 interceptions. So I definitely think that's a snub for him, only because I see the other guys that is on the list. I feel like he could have switched spots with a couple of them. Matt Ryan at number 10, that's the first shocker that I seen. You know, when they revealed it, I was like, whoa, Matt Ryan at number 10. That's crazy, man. Matt Ryan is a way better quarterback than number 10. You know, he just to put it in perspective, he came one ahead of Derek Carr, who was at number 11. So is Matt Ryan only one better than Derek Carr? And, you know, I don't think so. You know, but this is voted on by their peers, so you know those guys felt like that. But I don't know. I don't feel like Matt Ryan is one better than Derek Carr. Matt Ryan is at number 10. At number 9, you got Le'Veon Bell, running back with the Steelers. I think everybody would be okay with that. Le'Veon Bell compiled over 1,200 yards rushing last season. To even coming back from missing games, he was number 41 on the list last year. So to make a jump from 9 to 41, I mean, that's significant, man. He changes the game when he comes in. He changed the Steelers' whole plan of action sometimes. And they also have another guy on the top 10. We'll get to him in a few moments. But Le'Veon Bell at number 9, I think I can definitely live with that. He was one of the better running backs of the league. Le'Veon Bell, Ezekiel Elliott, and as I said before, David Johnson are going to be one of the better backs in the league. And of course, you got the guys coming in, rookies that are coming in. So you never know sometimes with the running back position. It's like one of those lost arts now. It's like a lost form of art. But at number 8, you have Odell Beckham, Mr. One Hand himself. You know, put up over 1,300 yards last year. I mean, that's big time, man. He put up over 1,300 yards receiving last year, 10 touchdowns. I mean, he's been a force since he came in the league. Of course, I love the guy. He's an LSU product. So, of course, I love him. Odell Beckham at number 8. I'm going to go ahead and go right to number 7. I don't think I need to say much about my boy Odell. At number 7, you got Ezekiel Elliott. And as I said, you know, Ezekiel, I don't know how a lot of people feel about the Cowboys. You know, I'm one of those guys that, you know, up and down. I don't really like the Cowboys, you know, but I root for them at times, you know, la-di-dee, la-di-da. Ezekiel Elliott at number 7. Man, he benefited from that offensive line. Yes, you're right. I know that's what you're thinking. But for a rookie to put up over 1,600 yards rushing, 15 touchdowns on the ground, I mean, you know, those numbers don't lie. You know, those numbers speak for itself, even with that offensive line. Dak Prescott was at number 14. So that just shows you that, you know, that line is helping them. But they also have a good team together there, too. So he comes in 7 slots higher than his quarterback at number 7. At number 6, you got Mr. Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers has been a prolific quarterback in the league for a while now. He posted over 4,400 yards last year. He was in the top 10 for the 3rd straight season. Aaron Rodgers top 10 for the 3rd straight season. So it's a lot can be said about Aaron Rodgers. You know, he's one of the best quarterbacks that we have in the league. And top 10, Number 6 for Aaron Rodgers. Number 5, you got Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack won Defensive Player of the Year, so I don't have a problem with that. The Raiders made the playoffs, so you know it's nothing you can really say about that. The boy was balling this year. You know, he put up a lot of numbers, man. He put up 11 sacks, 73 tackles, 3 passes defended, 1 interception. I mean, as a linebacker, that's some good numbers. You know, that's some good numbers as a linebacker for sure. Khalil Mack is one of the best linebackers in the game right now. He comes in at number 5. I'm totally fine with that. Totally fine with that. Antonio Brown with the Steelers at number 4. As I said, we had another Steeler on the list. He comes in ahead of his counterpart in Le'Veon Bell, and he put up 1,200 yards with 1,300 yards receiving. I mean, he was an all-around threat. I mean, he's an all-around threat. He kind of changes the game. You know, he's like he one of those dynamic players that changes the scope of the game, and you have to game plan for him week in and week out because they can really wreak havoc on your team sometimes. You know, yes, he did have the silly little Facebook incident, you know, broadcast. That was silly to say the least. But put that aside, I think we all would agree that Antonio Bell is one of the best receivers in the league, and he definitely balled out last year. Number 3, you got another receiver, one of the best in the league, for sure, Mr. Julio Jones. And like I said already, to put Julio above his quarterback, you know, I don't know about that one. I feel like maybe you could have bumped a couple guys back and had Matt Ryan at number 3, even number 5. You know, mixing and matching a couple guys. But nonetheless, Julio Jones is number 3, wide receiver with the Falcons, one of the best receivers in the game. I mean, he's so tall that he goes up and he actually plays the ball. You know, you want a receiver that can play the ball more often than not and not rely on their body to catch it. You know, and he's one of those guys that uses his hands. 1,400 yards posted last season. I mean, I don't have a problem with Julio being high on the list. I have a problem with him being ahead of his quarterback on the list. I mean, somebody got to get you that ball. I don't care, you know, who catching it. Somebody got to get him that ball. You know, sometimes the quarterback can make the receiver and vice versa. You know, if the quarterback isn't worth a dang, you know, then the receiver ain't going to be worth nothing. Number 2, you got Von Miller. At number 2, we got Von Miller. Von Miller was a beast. He posted 13 sacks last season. At 28, he's one of the best players, one of the best linebackers, rushing the passer that we have in the game, and that's been wreaking havoc for a while. And besides, you know, the couple guys here and there, he's one of the more consistent guys. You know, at number 2, he is 13 places higher than he was last year. So that's a big jump for him. That's a big jump for him. You know, he's 13 slots higher than he was last year. Von Miller, I like Von Miller. He's a likable guy, man. Von Miller is definitely a likable guy. Number 1, Mr. Brady. Tom Brady. I think we might as well go ahead and say Tom, insert GOAT. Tom GOAT Brady. Because from here on out, I think everybody going to be looking at him as the GOAT. When you put one on the thumb, you know, it speaks for itself. You don't even have to say nothing. You just pull up to the party with all of them on there. You know, just be like that. Can't see you. What you say? What you say? I can't see you. Yeah, Tom Brady at number 1. I don't think anybody has a problem with Tom Brady at number 1. I'm quite sure of that. Yeah, there are gonna be some haters to say this and that. But Tom Brady at number 1, I don't think anybody has a problem with that. All right, guys, that was the list. Top 10 players from the NFL's Player 100 list. I'm okay with it. Like I said, I can tinker a couple of them. I tinker a couple of them. I definitely have Matt Ryan a little bit higher. I'd have Aaron Rodgers, probably a little higher. I mean, I just covered the quarterback position a little differently, and that's my opinion. If I had to say, I'd probably put Odell Beckham at number 2. You know, because that's my boy, Mr. One Hand, with LSU. Matt Ryan, I would certainly have Matt Ryan in the top 5. That's a knock on Matt Ryan to not have him in the top 5. Well, that was my show, guys. So you think you know sports? If you liked it, like, comment, subscribe, share if you don't mind.